Hi dear children. So hope now in the previous video we have done this modal auxiliary can. Now in this class we will do one more modal auxiliary, so that is will. So let's see this will. How this will is helping us. In the previous class we have seen this, how is this is helping, how can is helping us, and how we can make use of this can. So how this can help us, that we have seen. Now here how this will is helping us. The first fundamental thing, do not forget. So of this modal auxiliaries will definitely are preceded by one verb, main verb. So that is the present form of the verb. Present form of the verb, which I told you, this is present form. That is the V1 which we use. Now let us see. In all the three tenses, actually the tenses topic which I did not do because my board is very small. So I am waiting for the board since a week. Actually 3-4 days onwards this Flipkart people are bothering me, and that is not yet delivered. So I waited for 2-3 days, and today I thought of doing individual topics like. So that is why I am just separating these topics like will, can separately. So this my board is allowing me to do in that manner is one thing. Try to understand. So just pause it, zoom it, and make note of these things. And hope I am forgetting it. Definitely do not forget to subscribe it and press the bell icon, so that my efforts will reach to all of you, all my students, all my learners. Hope I can do much more better for you. So it's I wish to do so. So please do that. Like, share, subscribe, and do not forget to press the bell icon. So let's continue now. Will. So will, it is in the tenses. So I started the tenses and I jumped some into the other information. So present tense, past tense, future tense. Future is something which will happen in after this moment. After a 1 minute also it will be a future thing. After 1 year also it will be future. After a decade or century or some. So how long we don't know. Infinite. It is future. So to express our future, so we do take the will. The basic use of will is to express certain things are going to happen in future. We do take the helping verb which helps us is the will. So I will make you learn. See, I will make you learn. So this is I am making is one thing. So already I started. I now in future also definitely. So I will make you learn. So this is my future tense. I will make you learn, you will learn, we all will do something wonderful things, and you will progress, you will become successful, you will enter into your jobs very happily, and you will be able to do error free sentences in English. You will do wonders. So you will, all this is you will, I will, she will, they will, all will. So here anyhow with this with subject, the pronouns, we do not have any confusion whether it is singular or plural, whether it is first person, second person, third person. That is what I mean to say. I, you, he, she, it, this, that, these, those, you and they, we and I. Any subject, whether it is singular or plural, or whether it is first person like I, we, second person like you, third person like he, she, it, any of this will take the will only. So it will not have, modal auxiliaries will not have any such kind of difference. So whereas in tenses, when you come to the tenses, there we will find certain things. Now here it is the easy thing, without confusion we can do. Only the thing we need to know when that word, that will can be used. So in the previously we have seen where can be used. So here we are seeing where will be used for the future tense. I will and you will. So what you all will do in the future. See, tomorrow you will go to school, tomorrow you will distribute certain, if suppose tomorrow is your birthday, so you will wake up early, you will prepare certain things, you will take chocolates, you will cut the cake, you will distribute to all your friends, you will invite your friends to your home, evening you will have the party, so finally you will enjoy it, you will get many gifts. So see, all this is which is going to happen tomorrow with the help of the will we did. The other thing now, wish. So wish is something, it's not that happy birthday, many happy returns. So this is not that wish I am saying. I wish I can become certain thing. So, and I wish that my children become something. Parents wish that their children become something. The ministers, so-called leaders, wish that their team win. So, the aspirant leaders, so one who are leading the country, they wish that country progress in a speed, in a jet speed. So, like now the Chandrayaan. 2. So the chairman wish, so once I heard very recently that he was rejected, he was a rejected person it seems, but that he wished that he want to, so he will lead that, and finally he did that. So that is what is his wish. Now all these wishes also for the next period we do express with the help of the wish, so with the will. So here I have taken a sentence like that: peace will restore the happiness. I mean to say, so this is something from biodiversity of 10th class or environment and pollution. When certain things are balanced, what happens? Peace will be established. Once the peace is established, what happens? All our efforts are for the happiness. Everyone's effort is, what is the final goal? Almost everyone's final goal is for the happiness. That is what is peace and happiness. Once peace is settled, happiness comes. That is what is peace will restore the happiness. Peace will restore the happiness. That means peace only can do this. And the other thing it is that I wish that peace to be formed. And let us take one more sentence, wish, in simpler way. So let's not, that's a little complicated example I have taken. So I'll write one more simple sentence like, so I wish, so I will, it's my children will, something you take, my students will. So instead of that I will say right now my students will. What my students will do? My students, what you will do, tell me? My students, what I wish you to do? My students will perform better in exams. Perform better in exams. Better in exams. What does it mean? So I wish that. So I wish that you do more. So that is what is I. So that the wish is expressed in the with the help of the will. So my students will perform better in the exams. The other sentence which I have written, the desire also. Desire. What is the meaning of desire? Desire. Desire. Want. Want and desire are the both same. Want means, what is want? One minute please, excuse me. Collector or doctor. So here now see, what is I will become a collector. It is my desire. It is my want. It is, I want something. What I want? I want a chocolate. I want a biscuit. I want something. I want to sleep now. I want to rest now. I want to leave the room now. That is want. So which you feel like doing at that time, it is your want. Then that's a temporary thing. Desire is something like ambition. It's a desire, a burning desire, what we call. It's not that shift desire, it's a burning desire. So what is this burning desire? So where we strongly wish, it's like a passion is inborn something. Desire is something which your heart longs to do, meet certain things. That is your desire. Now finally, what you want to become? In class, teachers ask you, everybody, what's your future goal and what you want to become. So that's the child one who is desperate will say that is their desire. So then they say that I will become a collector. Majority of our children nowadays, and from my childhood I hear that they all want to become engineers, they all want to become doctors. So they will, it is that they will become doctors, they will become engineers, they want to become. That is what I want to become a collector, I want to become a doctor, I want to become a politician, I want to become a great leader, I want to why I am taking want, it is will, I will. So when they desire, that's what I will become a. So when they are passionate and when they have decided, want is something which they feel like doing, but will is something which they are desperate of doing certain things now. So I will become a collector means he is really committed and he will do that and he will perform and he will become. So that's what is desire actually. So likewise, and I'm majority of the children says with all these different things, but very few children says that I will become a teacher. So see, I have a kind suggestion here that children, really the people who are who wish to serve the mankind, who wish to change the world, just like I spoke about this, peace will restore the restore this happiness, I told, no. Likewise, if you have a desire to help the mankind, then if you are good at if you feel happy with spending with the children, then if you are good at communication, and if you have a great motivating skills, if you have great motivating skills, so I wish, so you should become a teacher. So think that teaching is not so teaching is not recognized well. That's why people don't prefer to become a teacher, and teaching is not a fancy job in one way. For majority of the people, it's not fancy thing. So generally, majority of the people think that whichever is fancy, whichever is a new job which comes up into the sector, people prefer to do that. But it's not, but anyhow, teaching is noble thing, and which is root of all the jobs. So somebody try to say that I will become a teacher is my wish. Now here, I will become a collector, I will become a teacher, I will become, that is your desire. Next, prediction. What is prediction? So somebody sees my hand, the fortune tellers will say, this is what is your future. So to see, after 10 years you will become certain things. That is what is fortune tellers will say about the future. It's not about the future, it is prediction. Prediction means the next moment what it is going to happen, you will guess something. So you will guess about the future. So you will guess about the future. That guessing about the future, we call it as a prediction. So now that prediction also we take the help of this will in that. For example, here I have taken an example like this. After seeing the poor marks, my parents will punish me. So some child, some poor student, a child, one who is always maybe with that feeling, is saying that after seeing poor marks, my parents will punish me. But I am wrong. So he realized that he is wrong. No, so not all parents are like this, no. Please don't imagine that parents will punish always. Parents will encourage you. In fact, parents will encourage you. Parents will hold your hand. Parents will guide you. So this is parents will. It's not the future will I am saying. It is actually the parents, this wish, right? The parents will do all these things, and parents desire also. Parents will help you, parents will guide you, parents will be with you all the time. So that is what is, parents are not to punish you, parents are to guide you. See the different ways of expressions the parents has. So few parents are very, it depends upon their psychology, we say, no. Few who are with rich patients will handle the things in a different manner. So it depends upon the emotions. Who are depend upon the past situation. This you need to understand, what is your father or what is your mother. So do not judge them wrongly, and anyhow understand. So this is what is the prediction, what is going to happen later. Now, so for example, we have seen the dark clouds. So you can say that it is going to rain, means it will rain. You can say it is, you can predict it. It will rain in 2-3 hours, or it will rain in this today. It will rain today. So likewise you can say this is a prediction. Then the other thing, it is assumption. What is assumption? Which is not the reality. We assume certain things are going to happen. We assume, we ourselves, it's a kind of imagination. So we assume, it's our own thinking process. So we assume things. So that assumptions also which will happen the next in the future. So that assumptions also we express within the future tense with the help of will. So that will be a right time to make a request. So now see some situation, imagine now the collector is in hurry. So he is going to leave and he is going to attend a meeting. So just in the spot, if you go and ask something, so he may sign and he may grant you the permission. You assume that. So it is your assumption. So what you will say, that this will be the right time. So what you will say, this will be a right time for me to go and ask for the permission. So it's your assumption. But what kind of man that collector is, something different. It depends upon his mood or his personality, where he may allow you or he may not allow you. But your assumptions, you have assumed that he will permit you. In the similar manner, you will go with a thought that, so if I say this whole story, teacher will believe me. So you say that why you are late to the class means, madam, while coming some teacher called me and she gave me some work and I went there and something has happened, all this. So it is your, so you will think that by listening this story teacher will allow you. So you will think this is what is your assumption. So all this is assumption which is not the fact. Actually you assume these things. Now the other thing, how do we make use of this will? So will is help to make this request or an invitation. So to make the request, let us see now. So will you have a cup of tea please? Will you have a cup of tea please? So it's not that yes or no we are expecting. Will you have a cup of tea means yes I will have, or no I don't have. It's not that I am that, so I will not. It's not that we are asking for. It's not yes or no reply we are expecting here. So it's in one way we are, it's a request. Will you have a cup of tea please? So with this please, it emphasizes more, it becomes more, it's more polite, it becomes more polite. So I can say just will you close the door means will you have the cup of tea is also polite, but which is more polite? With this please is more polite. With this please is more polite. Will you have the cup of tea? Will you have the cup of tea is one way. Will you have the cup of tea please? Please. So that makes one more sentence now. So more polite. The other thing it is that for this same example, so without this will also, this if this means if this is exempted, if I say have the cup of tea, just like this, close the door. If then without this auxiliary verb, if I use only verb and the subject, what does it become? It becomes a clear command. Close the door. Close the door. I can say, but even then the tone I can, but it's not as polite as will and as polite as this please. So this is how we make the requests. The other now invitation. So what invitation? It's not to come to my wedding. It's something like this. Won't you have a cold drink? Won't you have a cold drink? So why don't you have? My intention it is that won't you. What is won't you? Will plus not is won't. Will plus not. A contraction form is won't. Will plus not, what does it become? It's won't. Won't you have a cold drink? Please, why don't you have? Won't you have cold drink? So you try it. You have to try. Once you try it, won't you have? Haven't you ever had? Likewise. Won't you have a little more? So if you have invited somebody and they are having some food, and after some taking a little, they say that no, it's enough for me. So then you have to request them more. So that's what it is that. So won't you have little more? Won't you? Why don't you have? Please. It's not even why don't you have. Won't you have little more? Is that itself is one expression. Now it's a one way of invitation. This is how we make use of this will. See now, let's have a comparative study of this can and will. So in this sentence, if I change this in the place of will, if I make can, what it will happen? Let us see. I will make you learn. I said I can make you learn. So the sentence is right, but the meaning changes. I can make you learn means I have the ability that I can make you learn. I will make you learn is that, see, I have started the process. So one after the other, I will make you learn. I can make you learn. I have capacity. I will make you learn. So in the future, so the one after the other, this is going to happen, will be happening. My students will perform better in exam. My students will perform better. So I wish that they perform well. So my students will perform better. If I say my students can perform, my students can perform means now my students have studied well, they are confident enough, now they can perform well. So they can perform well. So here also can we have replaced. How it is working, you see. Desire, I will become a collector. So I want to become a collector is I will become a collector. So if I say this in the place of will, if I say can, I can become a collector. What does it mean? I can become. So I have studied all these things. After 2 years of coaching, I have gone to Delhi. I sat there and I was doing all this study. So what all the books are available and all that coaching center, whatever, what all the things they have provided, everything I have studied, all the exams I am doing well and performing well and excelling in everything. So then you may get a confidence and you can, so you will say that I can become a collector. So almost all the things, even, so see, maybe at the time of interview and even after cracking the interview, so you have written the exam, you have written the preliminaries, you have written the mains, and you have cracked the interview. After this you have confidence and you are able to do that, then you will say I can become a collector. So I will become, sorry, after all this process, what you will say, you will become means you are confident of that. Here it is, I can become a collector means even before this you have the capacity, you know that you are capable of doing that, but you don't want to become. Then you don't want to become is secondary thing, but you have the capacity is main thing. Then you can say I can become a collector, but I prefer to become a teacher. Wow, good sentence, no? I can become a collector, but I prefer to become a teacher. It's not that, the fact is different. I became a teacher, so I'm enjoying my profession, that's it. Now, the prediction I told you. After seeing the poor marks, my parents will punish me. So, it is the prediction of the child. In the place of will, if I say can, so will it be a prediction? The meaning will change. It will not be prediction. It will be something. So, my parents can punish me. My parents has the right, that is, what is the power. So, in the previous sentence I told, no, the collector can ban the drugs. He has the power. Likewise, my